Welcome, chat, to the first ever live G Goes Pro with our pro, Yacine. Ta-da!
Yeah, for I am no official coach, so you know, excuse my lack of explaining it sometimes. And
Yacine, you are putting yourself down there, and I do not like it. The way you explain stuff is so like just perfect. Like you don't over-explain stuff or under-explain stuff or like.
I appreciate that.
You are good. You are good. Okay, don't put yourself down. I will not allow it.
All right.
Do you want me to go on the opposite team or?
No, you can stay.
Oh, we can be in a team together. Someone said, "Can I teach you Osu?" Have you ever played Osu, Yacine?
I have tried. It's like Guitar Hero with your mouse, right?
Yeah, that Osu. Yeah. I am so down for that. If we could do like a little.
No, we could try, but I don't think I'm that good. I have. All right, so.
Yes.
For today's session here, we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna start off with abilities. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, whoever throws their ability last kind of wins.
Ah.
Depending on who they play, but they pretty much gonna throw their abilities and then they're gonna run out, right? And imagine I'm gonna be retaking, right? So when you wanna pop your Molotov is basically when you're assuming we're gonna come out, right?
Okay.
So, for example, if I throw this flash, that's when you pop it, because then you know, okay, they're gonna come out now, right? You're basically trading abilities with the enemy team, and what I said with rule of thumb is if you throw it after them, then you're probably gonna be fine. It kind of makes sense, because if you daze before they do anything, then they're just gonna throw their flashes afterwards, right? If you have abilities that recharge, for example, Sova arrows, you know, the sky flashes, the omen smokes, you know, abilities that you know are gonna be recharged, then it's more forgiving to throw them off early than for example a Raze boombot.
Yeah, and like Killjoys, you can recoil it.
Recall it. There we have it.
Recall it. That's the one. I was nearly there, you know. I was getting there. Thank you for waiting.
Hey, it's recall. It's recoil. It's a lot of stuff.
It is. Is this our 4th episode?
I think it is, because I was gonna check earlier and
So it's already 3 episodes, chat. Yeah. So if you want to go watch them, if one of my mods can link them in chat, we already have 3 episodes. And hi, Gregan. Gregan's in the chat. We got a fellow guild member here.
Hey, I saw your video and it made me really happy on Twitter where you were cheering us on.
Oh, it was so good.
Super happy.
On it.
Yes, come on! He's in there! He's also in there! No, we need one. There he is!
Honestly.
The noise Gregan made, I don't think I've heard any human make that kind of noise before, I can't lie.
I have a really good jump that's actually crucial for anyone to learn. Even the elite players.
Okay.
I think it started off with people just jumping out and strafing in.
Okay.
And then someone did the jump where they jump up and then they press A and S at the peak of the jump, right? So as soon as you see down here,
30 seconds left.
You hold in A and S. So you run straight forward, jump, A and S. So you basically go insta backwards.
How do you... okay.
All right, so you...
Oh,
nice.
I didn't see anything.
That's very nice. Yeah, that's very nice. That's very nice.
Whoa, that is saucy.
It's basically to gather info without committing the peak.
Ooh. Yeah, I've never seen or heard that of that before.
Some people just jump out and strafe, but I think you show your butt a little bit more.
Can't be doing that, Jesus. Someone said, should you crouch while spraying? Ooh, if you've watched our previous videos, you would know. Yacine's
actually true.
It's honestly mad. Like, I find pro players so fascinating. Like, you just have to be so on it, because there's literally 1,000 different ways the other team can play, but you guys literally have to like be so on the ball. Like, I could never. I'm about 20 steps behind.
No, but at the same time, you know, a lot of situations you remember that people are human and people tend to make mistakes and choke, and you know, for example, when we're playing against an operator, you know, there's a lot of the situations where I just know you're gonna miss, right?
Yeah.
I know you're blinking in real life, and this is where I'm gonna wide swing, because I know you're gonna miss.
Oh my god, I love that so much.
The same goes, you know, I did a clutch on bind against NIP. I was going for a weapon, and I knew that existence was on the floor, and I would just, like, I knew that he would miss.
Say that, Akukas. Nearly struggling, tries to pick up another weapon, and Yacine it is! Yacine it is! It could be more to come, puts the nade in, and so Korea might just suffer big time damage as he starts to deal with it, puts his ult out, halves it, and that could be crucial. He keeps on sticking, the man kills lucky! He got balls of steel, and he proves that he's so crucial!
When I wide swung, so I just ran out, picked the weapon up, and killed him. It's like
that is
you remember the human, right?
Beautiful. Like that is so smart. I love that.
So you know, don't go in there thinking people are so good, because they're really not.
Yeah.
Even at the top level, people make mistakes. And,
yeah, of course.
Have bad moments. So.
Okay. What?
And then we have.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead. I was gonna ask what we got next on our list.
All right, nice. We have trades and baiting. Would you rather find yourself in a 1v1 with the person having 100 HP, or a 1v3 with everyone having 33 HP?
1v1?
For me, it's a clear 1v1, right?
Okay, yeah. Because you're only having to think about one person's movements.
Exactly. The way I see it is, the more people you have alive, the better. And if you're gonna send the guy in with 1 HP, a lot of the times, as I said, I have this belief that people are not as good as they seem.
No,
but
I agree.
trading is pretty straightforward. Basically,
yeah, I hear a lot about trading.
There's a word for it where you would have, you know, we are not too far from each other. I don't know the exact word for it.
Social distancing?
Well, it could be that. But it's the other way around, because here we want to keep it tight, right? We want to be close to each other.
Oh, cute.
But something that's really interesting, that's really good, right? If you, for example, are holding this angle, right? Instead of just clearing, the first guy needs to take out the angle. That's why a lot of the times, if it's a 1v3, you just see someone jumping out. Because you know, if I just buy 0.5 seconds, my team is gonna kill the person. Waiting, right? So when going first, something really important to remember is, when you're gonna commit, you commit hard, right? You wide swing the angle. You don't shoulder peek it. You don't search it. You don't stop at all costs. Because if you stop, the person on the other side is probably gonna get they're probably gonna get a multi-kill. A really small tip. I don't know. It's all about economy. I have a good thing about economy, right?
Yeah, they've changed it recently, didn't they, in the newest patch, right?
Yeah, they did. Which really sucks, because they made the abilities more expensive, which means you cannot afford to use them as much on eco rounds, you know, on low buy rounds, etc. And then you have something called the bonus round. Which is basically...
Ooh, yes, I was hearing my friend talk about this the other day.
Basically, when you win the pistol round,
Okay.
Win the eco, you're up to 0, right? Coming into the third round, what you want to make sure is that you have 4.3k to the next round. You want to assure yourself that you will have the Phantom or Vandal plus armor and every ability, because the next round will be the first real weapon round, right? Playing a bonus round is really key, and why you play a bonus round is so if you win 2 rounds and you lose 1, and then you win again, the other team is going to have really low economy, and then it's going to be 4-1 really quickly. And then if you snowball it all the way, the half's going to end 8-4 probably.
Makes a lot of sense. You make a lot of sense,
Yacine. Go out thrifting.
A lot of sense.
So communication. Everyone says communication is key. It really is.
In life.
In life as well, honestly, in relationships, in anything. But most importantly, in games, in video games. So basically, what I want to talk about when it comes to communications is do's and don'ts.
Okay.
Energy is really nice, you know, being excited when talking.
Positive vibes.
Yeah, a positive vibe is always welcome. You know, just giving clean comms. And when I say clean comms, you know, not tilting is basically what I'm saying. So even if you die and you just say, oh, 2 up A, coming up A, you know, just that's so much better than 2A. You know, it's just a whole different vibe.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel that.
For example, if you're on a flank, walking slowly and nothing's happening to you, then you could automatically feel that, well, there's not so much pressure here. I'm just gonna say, well, I'm flanking, guys. But on the other side of things, you know, there's like 10 flashbangs and there's ultimates going on and they're really stressed and everyone's screaming, you know. So you have to make sure they hear you, right?
Oh, okay,
so instead of going like, I'm on flank, guys, then you say, I'm flanking, can you buy time? Just to make sure you kind of get through that noise, right? For me, you know, I have a tendency of repeating myself. I would say 1 upper, right?
Oh, yeah.
In all environments, that does not work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's enough with one, you know, just saying once. But it basically comes from what Leo said, you know, if you call like a bitch, I play like a bitch, kind of. So, because I was, you know, I had a really bad game. I had a really bad game on Split, and usually I would scream my lungs out, under you! And now I kind of just said, you know, 1 under you. And I sounded so afraid that, you know, him going into the duel, he was pre-losing, you know, he thought he would die even though.
Oh
so
my
he
god,
died.
that is so good.
And he was so frustrated, and he's like, just scream it out with cojones, make me believe that I can kill him, right?
Oh,
so,
bless
I usually have this thing, if I have a bad game, I kind of wait till we're done, we've won, and then, you know, I just say it out loud, this game. I hated playing this matchup.
Get it all out,
times.
shake it all out.
I just let it all out, because, you know, we're done. Rotations and positioning. So if we start off with the rotations, something really simple yet super effective is kind of knowing when to push, knowing when to fall back and whatnot. Basically, if your entire team has cleared C-long, you've cleared street, and you don't see anyone window, for example, right?
Okay.
And you can kind of assume that, well, they're coming your way on A. So what kind of happens now is positioning, and what's most important is buying time for your team to make the rotation and for your team to throw the correct abilities, right? Basically, you spot one guy, you give the info, 1 long, and they should be on rotation already if they've cleared everything else. And then, either way, then you pop the smoke, right? Molotov.
Yeah.
And then a smoke should be coming in for you. And as soon as we see the smoke coming in, you know, I would, but I'm also a little bit aggressive here. I would sneak myself searching this corner here and trying to get into this one, because I know that if he spotted me over here, he's gonna probably have a little bit more tunnel vision on backside.
Okay, yeah.
And if you have a smoke here, then this position is actually kind of nice. And you're also allowing for the next person to come out and take over your position. So you're not 2 guys standing in the backside, right?
Yeah.
Let's say there's C splitting, right?
Okay.
If you are 2 on the rotation, one is probably allowed to go on a faster rotation like this. But if you're alone, then you're kind of obligated to clear B sides and make sure no one's flanking them.
Yeah, you want to get info instead of just running somewhere and gunning. Yeah,
exactly.
I get that.
So if you find yourself sneaking in middle, checking for the lurk, and your entire team dies without getting a single kill, then, you know, they have already failed their
They're
mission.
the ones that suck, not you.
Yeah, no, exactly. You know,
I
it's not,
like
you
it.
know, no one's gonna blame you for checking, you know, for being extra
like
cautious
it.
and for playing, you know, slower.
But yeah, I think that's all.
That's it.
Well, Yacine, thank you so much. You've taught us so much. Remember,
Thank you.
no, thank you.
Well, thank you for staying and listening and, you know,
Of
making
course,
it possible.
of course.
Appreciate it.
Bye, Yacine.
Bye.
Bye.
And I remember starting the recording and just thinking to myself, I don't know what I'm doing. I just gotta do it.
Me every day.
And I think stealing is fine.
Yeah. In Valorant.
Valorant. Sign up, that is.
Wait, tell me when you've got my stream up,
All
okay?
right, yeah, I'm ready. Just.
Okay, he's ready. Okay.
Yeah, go.
You see?
What?